So please bear with me for today. Sort out the problem and I will discuss this once again. Okay, I'll record this lecture once again in my free time and I'll upload it. So as of now, you can just please cooperate with me. You may not be able to see the slides. I'll just explain, and in the next class or something, I'll upload this recording once again. Okay. Yeah. So to start with what we had done in the last class, we had just looked at some basic things like firm and industry. Okay, we looked at what is land, labor, capital, enterprise. We looked at some definitions of effectiveness, efficiency. We discussed something about synergy, and then we spoke about the concept of supervision, and then we had started with the 14 principles given by Henry Fayol. If you remember, just I'll take you quickly. First principle was division of labor, which meant that any big task break down into small pieces and allow each person to specialize. For example, if you're manufacturing a laptop, so instead of one person assembling everything, making everything, you make it into different, like kind of line system. One person deals with the keyboard, one person deals with the screen, one person deals with something else, and then you keep on doing it. Okay, allow that person to specialize. Plus, we spoke about job rotation. If a person knows only one thing, and if the person leaves the organization, there can be a void created. So if you have a feel of different things, when you need, you can pitch in other shoes. Then we discussed about authority and responsibility. The principle says that authority and responsibility should coexist in the organization. If someone is more than the other, that can cause problem. Okay, authority is the right to give orders. Responsibility is your obligation to do the things asked from you. Okay, it should be hand in hand. Then we discussed about unity of command. Okay, principle of one boss. Every subordinate should get command from one boss only. Okay, so that what happens, no division of loyalty, no discipline gets weakened, no confusion is created, no delay or no chaos, no duplication of work. So that is one of the important principles. Then we discussed about unity of direction. That is one team, one goal. Okay, you as a team leader or manager, you should be able to drive your team towards one goal. What happens with this? All the efforts will be channelized and you can move forward. Otherwise, you're thinking about half the team is thinking about quality. If you manufacture less, it's okay, but it should be of high quality. Another half the team thinks that you should manufacture more. Quality can be compromised. So in these two different channels, your energy is going. Instead, tell one thing. Yes, we will produce more, but with good quality also. So everybody knows what is the goal of the team. Okay. So today we will go on with the next principle. It is called equity. Okay, equity means it is a combination of fairness, kindness, and justice. So this principle says that see there is something called equity and there is something called equality. The equality is when you treat everyone equally. Equity is there is a combination of fairness, kindness, and justice, but where needed you are bit different. For example, say aeronautical and auto, two branches are there, say 140 students. ENC, totally four sections, 240 students. Printing, 60 students. Mechanical, 240, along with IP, 300. Biomedical, 60. Biotech, 40. Like this, there are different branches. And say institute says, we are going, see, all branches are equal for us. Okay, so we are going to give everyone 2 crore rupees budget. All are equal. For every department, we are giving 2 crores. Will this work out? See, ENC has 240 students. Okay, per year. So 3 years, 750 plus first year student. So you need more labs, you need more facilities. So you need more budget. Computer science, IT, CC, they are only one unit. They need more, lab equipments and all those things. Aeronautical, automobile, they need more big machineries with which they can do experiments and all that. Printing may not need that kind of things. Biomed only 60 students, so less computers are enough. So based on that, you should give the budget. Okay, all are equal to you, but when you are allotting it based on the need and requirement, that is what we call as equity. Equality is same. Everybody will get 20,000 salary, no problem. You are a MTech graduate, you are a PhD holder, you are taking some additional responsibility. You also getting 20,000. Is general duty worker coming and going, he also gets 20,000. So that is not equity. Okay, so equity is when needed, you give something different. See, Fayol's opinion was that at times force and harshness also should be required. Okay, need not mean that everybody is equal. I will not scold anybody, nothing like that. When need comes, you should tighten the screw. Okay, like that, all department you can give resources, but depending on the requirement and need. Just because all branches are equal, you cannot give everyone the same thing. Okay, so that is the principle of equity. The next principle, it's called order. Okay, ORDER. See, this principle deals with proper and systematic arrangement of things and people. In every organization, people or things, okay, both should be systematically arranged. See, the meaning is, for example, now your respective HODs where they sit. If I tell UNC student, get it signed from your HOD, you know where to go. If I tell aeronautical student, get this signed from your HOD, you know where to go, who is HOD, you know everything. Okay, now suppose HOD doesn't have a place to sit. What will happen? I'll tell you, get it signed. So you will call that HOD. You'll tell, now I am having lunch, I'll come at 2:45. Then you'll ask, sir, where will you meet me at 2:45? You'll tell, come near director's chamber, I have to go there. So you had some work, you reached at 2:50. By that time, this person has gone to canteen. Again, you call, he says, I'm in canteen, I'm having tea. You can come here. By the time you went there, he finished his tea. He will not wait for you. He went to AB5. Then when you go there, he's telling, I have a meeting. So imagine how much time is wasted and all that for this. Let's say if you have a prop, let's say if you have a proper, your mic is on. Rahula, your mic is on. Please switch off. Can someone tell Rahula to switch off his mic? Yeah, thank you. So I was telling everything should have a proper place for it. Okay, otherwise you will spend a lot of time searching for things. Now suppose, imagine you are in hostel or if you're in classroom. If there is a fire incident, you know where is the fire extinguisher. There is a place for it. Okay, when if you remember in the classroom situations when the faculty came in, faculty knew where the chalks were, where the duster was kept, where the remote was kept. If the remote was not in class, they would send the class rep, call the remote person, so you know where the remote is kept. If he's not there, you can bring it. Imagine how much time is saved with this. If you have seen some Maruti showroom or in a service center and all that, you would have seen so many things displayed, everything kept in a particular place. So you want 10 number spanner, he knows where is it. Next 12 number spanner, you know where it is kept. Okay, when things are systematically arranged, your speed, your productivity, effectiveness, efficiency, everything increases. Okay, so this is material order. There should be safe, appropriate, and specific place for every thing to be kept. This will save your time. Okay, social order, two parts for order. One is material order, one is social order. Social order is selection and appointment of most suitable person for the suitable job. See, for example, now I am assistant professor, senior scale. To become associate professor, I know what I should do. Okay, to become professor, there are some set rules which should be followed, to which I'll become professor. If these kind of things are not there, what will happen? I'll call my uncle. Uncle will call the local MLA, who they are friends. MLA will call the registrar and tell, if you want permission for that, please get professor, and I'll be made professor. Okay, then there'll be someone else who has contact somewhere. That person will influence the authorities. He will become professor. So the other deserving persons will feel bad. What is happening? We have 10 years experience. We have done PhD. We are guiding so many projects. We have got so much of funding. And by the time we should be eligible for promotion, someone else has overtook us. So there will be unrest in the organization. People will start thinking of different jobs. Their heart will not be in the organization. Productivity will decrease, and next good brains again will not come to organization because these kind of things. To avoid all this, Payal says there should be a systematic way of things. Okay, to become next promotion, whatever eligible thing, you should meet this criteria. It's equal for everybody, so everybody knows, okay, when I will get the next promotion or what I should get to go to the next position. So very clear. That is your social order and material order. So Fail says, as much as possible, make sure there is a proper and systematic way of all these things. Okay, materials kept in every place. You want water, you know where to go. You need not search where is the cooler, where is the cooler. You can go directly to that place. Imagine how much time is saved. Okay, so if you know when is your next promotion going to be, what are the required things, you can focus on that instead of wasting time looking for things unnecessarily. You know what is to be done. Okay, so this is the concept of order. Yeah, ENC people may not be knowing this, but aeronautical people would have come across this concept called 5S. Okay, if not, maybe in 7 SEM or something, we'll come across this 5S. S stands for, five Japanese words: Siri, Seton, Siso, Shiketsu, and Shitsuke. Okay, so the meaning is sort, straighten, shine, standardize, sustain. If you remember, you have come across these things. Toyota, 70s, 80s in US, when there was huge competition, cars were very costly. Toyota came in, they could sell more cars at less price. Okay, and they captured the market and all that. So they saved a huge amount of money in the production sector. What they did, they adopted this 5S. This 5S means, put things in order, have a proper arrangement, clean, purity, commitment. For example, I'm telling you, say, imagine we are in a physical classroom setting. So I'm taking class from 2 to 3. So I'm writing so many things on board. I've written so many things, chalk pieces have fallen down. Okay, and duster and so much of dust, this, that, and all. And you people are, someone is drinking fruity there, someone is eating chewing gum, the wrapper is going down there, somebody is eating biscuit packet and has thrown the wrapper, someone had chips and threw the wrapper. All these things are going on. And then 3 o'clock the bell rings, then I go out. So next person has he has come there to take class in full josh. I'll take a nice class today, I have prepared for the class. And the moment he comes in, he sees the board is dirty. So then he has to clean it. He cleans, what happened? 5-10 minutes waste, the unwanted waste of energy, and it's not a good feeling. Before you start the class itself, your hands have become dirty. Productivity somewhere gets affected. Instead, my 2 to 3 class, 2:55, I will stop the lecture, clean the board, keep the chalk pieces in the right place, and then I go out neatly in the right time. So what happens? you know Time is saved, next person can easily start. Okay, so this is the concept. That's why when you start working, you'll find out, say it's suppose 9 to 5 is the shift, by 4:50 they'll tell you, okay, now clean everything and go, because next person will occupy the same desk. So when it is clean and neat, next person feels good, you also feel good that you have sorted out everything. Okay, so this is the concept of seri. Let's put things in order. And then, you know I told you your class is dirty. Okay, so suppose it is 8 to 12:30 class. Before the 1 o'clock class starts, they come and clean everything and go. So 1 o'clock you come, you feel fresh. Oh, everything is neat and clean. Otherwise, again you have to sit in that dirty things. What others have left, you may not feel good. Okay, somewhere water is spilled, so much of unwanted things here and there. So if they clean, you feel good. That's what happens in the workplace. Before you leave your shift, before 5-10 minutes, clean everything. So if you're in a mechanical setting, they'll clean the lathe. All that is, they'll keep the machine neat and clean for you to start the work. Okay. Then this principle says, as much as possible standardize. So the standardized best example is your mobile charger. If all mobiles had same kind of charger, life would have been easy. Okay, some had another pin, some wanted this patla pin wala charger. Now iPhone has different thing. Now Samsung has different thing. See if it is standardized. Nowadays, more or less standardized. Samsung, any charger for any phone you can use. Okay, Apple, or any device, same kind of charger can be used. So that saves money for you also, and people also do not break their head on that. And the last thing is sustainable commitment. Once we have cleaned doesn't mean we have cleaned today. Now next week we'll clean. No, do it on a regular basis. Okay, so this is the concept of 5S. Okay, this is not there in your syllabus. Just I'm telling you where this can be applied and how you can make the most of it. So this is the best example of order. Okay, 5S. If we go to the next principle, 1 second. Had a message. Sagar, can you share the screen?
Uh, yes, I can, but I can't right now because I'm an attendee. So if you can make me a presenter, I can share the screen, sir.
I have no clue how to do that in mobile. Uh, I'll continue for the time being. Okay, we'll see. 5-10 minutes, we'll see. Okay, Sagar.
Yes, sir.
So I'll continue now. The connection becomes good. Yeah. So the next principle is discipline. Okay. So in this principle, Fayel says that there should be, discipline in every organization. So discipline includes all this: sincerity, obedience, respect of authority, observance of rules and regulations. So this should be there in every organization. Now suppose you four of you friends, you have a startup. Okay, doesn't mean that you come late. Or friends, my own friends, what is there? I'll go at 12 o'clock. Okay, you're supposed to report at 10. And then with my own friends, why should I wait till 5 o'clock? 3 o'clock I'll go. What they'll do, my own friend? No. Okay, once or twice they will see and then they may throw you out or take some action against you. Or they will tell you enjoy, we will look for someone else who is ready to work. Okay, so like that in organizations, discipline. Okay, there should be some set things. Otherwise, see, tomorrow, if you start working with your father itself, your father may be a CEO or maybe having some big firm. When you start working there, your father will tell you either you come on time or you don't come. Because what happens if you do whatever you want, others will follow that. Okay, so what they do in organizations, discipline for everybody. CEO's father, I mean, CEO's son, or so any subordinate rules are same. 9 o'clock you have to come. You have to punch in means punch in 9 o'clock. Otherwise, your half day salary is cut in most of the places, or half cut if you not sign by 9:05 or something. Okay, discipline. With that, what happens? Fear. Yes, I have to go at 9, and others also will feel okay. He broke the rule last time. He was fined for that. So we will also be fined if we break the rules. Okay, so there will be discipline and sincerity, obedience. A boss gives you orders, that means you have to follow it. Okay, you cannot go against the boss. That is a general understanding. If your immediate boss assigns you some work and gives you some command, you are obliged to do it. Okay, otherwise things will go bad. Okay, there are so many names we call for that in military setting and all. You must have seen. If the boss says fire, you fire. Okay, don't sit and argue. So like that. So every organization, that should be some kind of sincerity, obedience. Seniors tell you something, obey that. Okay, follow the rules and regulations. This is a must in many places. Now you must have seen so many advertisement settings, maybe with Ambani or whatever. When they go to their plant, they themselves wear helmet. Okay, why? Because it is a rule in the shop floor. When you go to the shop floor, you have to wear safety shoes. You have to wear helmet. Okay, otherwise, see, you went to a shop floor, you did not wear helmet. Suddenly, something fell on your head. You get zero compensation. First thing, what this is, have you followed all the things or not? If you're not followed, not worn the helmet, that means you broke all the rules. So you will not get any compensation. Like that, for every organization, there will be some rules and regulations which you have to follow. You didn't wear safety shoes, went to a steel plant, something hit your leg, no compensation because you did not wear safety shoes. That's why you see these ads and all. The getting many messages from students telling not able to join the class. What setting has gone wrong? Okay, so if any one of your friends are messaging you telling that they are not able to join the class, tell them that I'll upload this lecture, okay? Cannot do anything on this mobile. Okay, so let me just complete one or two principles more today. Then we will call it a day. Yeah, so we are talking about discipline. This is a must. Okay. So if your senior gives you order, you are expected to follow it. Okay, there should be set rules and regulations, and all should follow. And set example for others. That is this discipline. Then the next principle is initiative. Okay, see, this principle says that if someone is taking some initiative in your organization, encourage them. If you put them down, new ideas will not come in the organization. Okay, things will be stagnant, and there will be no takers for any of your next program or something. So if someone takes initiative, encourage them. So that is this principle talking about. Someone is suggesting something, if you tell just shut up and listen to what I am doing, so new ideas will not come your organization. Other people will also get scared, thinking that if we talk, we will be insulted like this. So people will keep quiet. They'll not take any initiative. Instead, you encourage people, yes, give me your ideas. Let's see what happens. People will be more open and your organization will move forward. See, one example for this will be, if you, I don't know, you people are 90, sorry, 2000 born, maybe 2002. Okay, if you have seen the times 1990s, 95, 97, 98, okay, even in MIT, we did not have this kind of projector. Okay, we had something called OHP, that's called overhead projector, but it was not like this. It was like a Xerox machine, what you see in the shop. Okay, Xerox machine is there, and we'll have to just keep the slides on it. Slides in the sense, plastic slides. We wrote on it through sketch pen or something, using sketch pen or something. You have to write on that. If you want some photo to be displayed, go to the Xerox shop and get a photocopied version of it, and then project it on the screen. Okay, the thing is, it takes 5-10 minutes to warm up, to start the projection. And after your class, immediately if someone has to start, it has to cool down again. A lot of time waste, and we have to push it from one room to another. Okay, we have used it for our seventh sem, present seventh semester. We had some presentations to be done. Okay, so as a student, we have used it, and then we used to play around with it. 10 minutes to heat, 10 minutes to cool. Life was like that. So that was the projector system available in MIT that time. So there were some people, there were some who went abroad for some conference. Okay, they went to some IITs, they went to some Western universities. Then they saw these kind of projectors are there, what we have right now. Not this kind of, you know, robust version, but some other version, better than what we had. So they suggested, see, we have seen this in other colleges. Can we have that in MIT? Okay, now from Mangalore University, it had become Mahe, very popular. It had become. So according to that, if we have these kind of projectors, life will be easy. Can we have that? So the general tendency will be just shut up. Okay, just shut up and mind your business. We know what to do. Now, if you get that projector, everybody should be given laptop. Everybody needs a desktop. You know how much investment, what and all. Why we have to break our head? We'll carry on like this. Instead, the answer is yes. Looks good. Can you make a plan for it? Can you make a proposal? How will you connect it? How many laptops are needed? What kind of budget? What kind of efficiency will increase? How it will increase? All those things. So some people presented that plan and they were very impressed, and now we have that overhead projectors. Okay, so like this, when this some people went out, they saw that you know uh, engineering students only IP and printing, or someone had management subjects in all these 8 semesters. Other branches did not have management subjects. So someone went out, saw these things, and they came and proposed here. Can we have some management subjects included for all branches? Okay, can we have some concept called open elective, where a biomedical student can learn about film studies, aeronautical student can learn about C programming or Python programming, ENC student can learn about marketing. This kind of open elective is that they will have some exposure to different kind of subjects. So the people did not put it down. They told, yes, looks good, you make a plan. Okay, what kind of open electives can be offered? We have to get it passed through the BOS and Board of Studies. curriculum committee should accept it. So many formalities. Okay, who will be the takers? How will we group the students based on CGP or whatever? Make a plan. So people made a plan and it was approved, and then you have open electives. Okay, like this, then someone proposed Coursera can be there. So this is how. If the initiatives were put down, nobody would have opened their mouth. They would have kept quiet, and then that how the life was going. So we would be still, 5-10 years backwards. So that is the advantage of initiative. When someone is proposing something, encourage it. Okay, so good or bad, so you have to learn from your mistakes. You cannot. That could have been a chance where this open electives would have backfired, but you cannot sit without doing it. So like that, encourage. That is your initiative. Don't put people down. Okay. Yeah. I think I will stop here for today. After what is the problem? We'll continue in the next class. Okay, we'll quickly brush this up for the ones who have missed this and carry forward from there. So by then I should be able to sort out what is the problem today. Yeah, so any doubts you have, you can ask me about today, or we will meet in the next class. Anyone has any doubts? No? Okay, so the class reps, please inform the ones who missed today. That I'll please briefly revise once in the next class, and then we will start. Okay, so we will end today's session. Okay, sorry for whatever. I don't know how to deal with it right now, but we will see that this doesn't happen in the future. Thank you. Struggling to log off from film. Yeah, any doubt? Yeah, somebody had a doubt?
No, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, please go ahead.
No doubt, sir.
No doubt. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, so see you in the next class. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you.